Welcome to CSI, Careers with Specialty Ingredients. I'm Kat. This video was created by the Hospitality Education Foundation of Georgia. It has been made possible by a grant from the USDA Specialty Crop Block Grant Program and from ProStart and Dexter Russell. We won second place at the National ProStart Invitational in 2015. I will be on the streets meeting people to help me open a restaurant. Hey, do you have a second?
Sure, what's up?
Well, I'm going to start and open my own restaurant.
Okay.
We have our own menu and everything else. I think if you can help me a little bit, we can start our own marketing. So you have time?
Sure, not a problem. So Kat, in thinking about your concept, what are you thinking? Are you thinking it's going to be more casual dining, more fine dining?
Well, does it really matter?
Well, I think it does from a marketing perspective, and obviously you know there's going to be a difference in the type of experience you're going to get at a casual dining restaurant and the kind you're going to get at a fine dining restaurant. So that's also going to impact the type of marketing that you do, because you want to make sure that you're reaching the right customer base with the marketing materials that you communicate out. So if you go the more casual route, you can always put pieces of communication on the table, very nicely designed, communicating this star dish that you have. Or if you're more into fine dining, it just may be something you want to be communicating through the wait staff that you have, the servers that you have in the restaurant. What are some of the unique things that you have on the menu?
We have a pickled vegetable salad.
Okay.
And we have our Bavarian cream and 3-layered dessert.
Okay.
And our mountain trout and king crab terrine. Do you think you can help me with that?
I think so. So when you think about pickled vegetable salad, I think there's two things that could be unique about it. One is that pickling or pickled items is really hot. It's a really hot trend right now. So one angle you could do is that you're a on-trend restaurant that's going to be changing up your menu based on the current trends that are coming down the pipeline. Another option is you could focus on being locally sourced. So if you get your vegetables, maybe your poultry or your seafood locally, you could really focus on that. So when you think about marketing that, you'll want to make sure that that dish is really highlighted on your menu. So I think one of the first things you want to do if you're starting a restaurant, if you've already got a menu, how are you going to differentiate your restaurant from the restaurant down the street? So have you thought about that yet?
Not really. How would you suggest I do that?
You could talk about how you have really fresh and local ingredients that you use. And then once you determine that, we can create marketing materials.
So how should I determine what my restaurant should be?
What I'd recommend you do is really get out into the city that you're going to be opening your restaurant in and take a look at all the different restaurants that are out there, what those purveyors are providing, and see if there's just a need that is not being met yet. Then you can create a concept that's really going to meet the needs of the consumers in your area, and you're going to be able to provide an experience that nobody else in the market is providing.
So how do I know if I'm doing it right?
Well, I think it's great that you're thinking about you want to do right out of the gate, you want to make a big impact, but I think the other thing you want to think about is not being afraid to fail, because sometimes we try things and they don't always work. So when you think about your concept, think about the goals that you're going to set for yourself, okay? So if you have a new restaurant, you want to have maybe a certain amount of sales coming in on a weekly basis, a certain amount of customers, and you want to make sure that you're tracking that to make sure that you're meeting the goals that you set for yourself, because of course at the end of the day, you're going to want to make a profit. You're not going to want to just break even, but make a profit. So make sure you know how to get there. Then you're also going to want to maybe focus on your menu items. So we talk about your pickled vegetable salad, that's the star of your menu. Well, if for some reason it wasn't doing well, you may want to remove it from the menu. And you don't want to think of that as a huge failure. Just know that sometimes failure happens, and that's how you learn and you make things better. And you may realize that there's another item on the menu that's better and you want to focus on that. So with marketing, you're creating a plan and you're determining strategically how you're going to communicate it to the guests.
Thank you for your time.
Absolutely no problem. That sure was Louisiana fast. Have a great day.
You too. In 2015, we went to the National ProStart Invitational. A team member of mine had cut her finger. I had to step in for her. But I was also afraid that I would mess up for the whole team. I was sure we weren't going to place, and it took everything I could to make sure that I had things done at the right time for my team members.